Planning Board, 5/31 is today, September 9th, 2019. We don't have any bills to approve, correct?
That is good.
That's good. We do have a set of minutes to approve from Monday, August 26th, 2019. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? You see any correspondence in there?
That's the ones that I gave you there.
Okay.
You can wait, and then if you...
Yeah, I'll probably wait till we can get the A&R done.
5:35 is the A&R,
So,
and then we have the discussion.
yeah.
Are those the minutes? No.
Look at the minutes. You want them back?
No.
Is that for the A&R?
No.
The A&R's over here.
You know, it's right here. Well, this is the letter.
Good, Bob, how are you?
That they were requesting. You saw this. So I'll bring you through that.
Yeah, we don't. I think I commented on this.
You did.
That's Mr. Attorney.
What's that?
Ask the town attorney.
Yeah, we don't sign other people's documents. We're not authorized to do that. And number two, the understanding there are no open zoning or building code that's out of our purview.
We don't know that.
Building code is out of our purview, and open zoning, we've already given them a letter for approval, so I don't know what else they're asking for, but in my opinion, we don't sign that.
That's the one from EG.
Yes.
Yep.
It's mentioning building code,
What?
that's not in our
Yeah,
purview.
why are we signing something from them?
And,
You know, that-
and they've already got a letter with conditions speaking to zoning.
Right.
So to say that there's no zoning issues or no, so I don't recommend.
agree.
I don't recommend, they don't need that, we don't need it, and we're not authorized to sign it, in my opinion.
So are we telling them something, or are we asking the town attorney, or?
You want town council to review
I don't
and
need
advise,
town
or-
council
okay.
to tell it, I don't need that. If you would like it, that's fine, but
Well, no, I agree with you. We don't.
As Ken had said, on occasion, this pops up where these corporations want something like this signed. He said it's not, I believe he said it's not very often, but,
Right.
it doesn't matter how often, we're not even authorized to sign it once for building
Yeah.
code.
Right.
yeah,
Which is,
yeah.
I think I would like to at least have the town attorney look at it, see if he's come across something similar, and maybe we can just adjust that, where we're not addressing building codes.
we can do that.
Well, no, because
But
even,
they-
even what they're asking for is, read the first part of that sentence.
Whereabouts here?
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge,
Now, the undersigned, there are no open zoning or building code violations affecting the above referenced property.
we've already given them a letter of approval with conditions. So what,
Until it's built, you don't know.
try,
We need to respond to them one way or the other, though.
I would just respond to them saying that we don't,
We won't issue a letter.
we've already issued a letter of approval and conditions, period. There's no one in town that has the authority to sign that. They can't sign it for planning and zoning, and they can't sign it for the building department.
You saw that, right?
That's the one that they circulated with the email, or you circulated it.
I agree. I mean, we can't sign anything that references building code violations, because that's outside our responsibility and purview. Also, we don't know that there's no open zoning violations. We gave them a letter of the requirements. This could just be a letter that they always use for wherever.
And that's what their attorney said.
Right,
Or the
but
person
then again, every town, every city has different, you know, bylaws and codes and responsibilities and people that oversee each
Do you want me
area.
to draft up a letter and circulate it, or do you want to wait till the next meeting? It's 2 weeks. To look at the response.
The next meeting, what will happen between now and the next meeting?
I don't know if it's slowing up their paperwork that they...
I would just send them a letter that we don't sign that, we're not authorized to sign it, period.
Okay, I can, one of you, I'll make up the letter and send it to Kathy. Copy you can sign it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Good.
You want to do your A&R?
Yeah, we'll look at the A&R this time. Who has the A&R? You do?
I'm Mark Annis from Heritage Surveys,
Okay.
representing Cynthia and Anthony Maloney. And this is a parcel of land that they're going to be buying from the International AC LLC, which is McDuffie School, who owns multiple parcels around Cindy's Drive-In on East State Street. So this is an existing parcel in numerous parcels that the school owns. It has existing frontage of 186.25 feet, and they're going to cut off a 5-acre lot to be conveyed to the Maloneys, and then the remaining land is going to stay in the name of the school.
How much are we cutting out?
5 acres.
And where is the,
It's the other piece. This is the piece they're adding to it, correct?
on this side?
Yeah. Is that correct?
No, this whole property is
This-
McDuffie's, this is the part they're cutting out
Yes.
for that.
From the Maloneys.
And where's Cindy's now, in relation to that?
Right here.
Okay. So it'll go back further than, back and up.
Yeah, I mean,
They have plenty of
much
frontage.
further, yeah.
So on the locust map, here's the McDuffie School proper. They own that, this heavy black line, and this tiny little sliver here, which is this. And then there's Cindy's Drive-In there. So McDuffie is just separating out 5 acres.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I see no issues.
You sign? Who wants to be the first to sign? You have the other one.
I have
Oh.
Oh, I thought the town built that, I'm sorry.
I understand.
So we get this.
I'm gonna try and sign this, what I'm saying. Bob, you have the check, right?
I do.
No, I'm seeing it or something.
It's like using a crayon.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. What's that? Yeah, what was the, Bob, what's the technical, for the motion for that? What's the technical reading for the lot conveyance? For the A&R? Well, what are we gonna call it?
Oh,
Minutes.
it's not on the, That's not on the agenda.
Yeah, you could just say that, right? Make a motion for the A&R?
To approve the A&R. Property is located on the northerly side of East State Street, Route 202, shown as number 455 and 459 State Street.
For a second?
Second that.
Bob's back. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed?
I'll make that back. All money stops here.
We'll quickly go back to correspondence. So there was email sent to Kathy Leonard, from Christina Butcher. She's inquiring about, they have a 16-acre parcel on Pleasant Street. It's located at the intersection of Morgan East Street. They're looking for a plot map for it. They actually rose to 80. The one they have is incomplete. But her question that is for us is that it's indicated that they need 150 feet of frontage to build. That current property only has 40 feet of frontage. So without us actually seeing the,
Yeah, that's up
can't really do
to
anything with it.
the surveyor or go to the
ZBA, isn't it?
registry of deeds or see what's on file.
We really can't tell yes or no until after you see something.
Right?
So we're just telling her we need to see
Your plot plan.
Yeah, plot plan.
and what? A
Plot plan, they actually show us what is being described or what they're actually looking to do and where the frontage falls to.
Okay,
It could very well be in the state line if it
Right.
meets the other criteria with 40 feet of frontage.
I think that's maybe what you might be looking at
Yeah.
as well, so. But for us to do that, we need to actually see it.
okay. I'll send her an email. I think we have her email there, right?
Phone number
Phone number?
and her email, it's up top, yes.
Okay.
Okay, there's another one here, it's actually for a special permit. So,
From the ZBA.
from the ZBA, so I'm not sure why. The lady's looking to, a woman is looking to put a home office on the first floor of a home. The concern, they live at the house, it's on 6 South Street, Granby, Mass. There's no other use for the house, and the home office will be the only other use of the home besides them living there in residence. I think the concern was as far as vehicles being parked there. She was saying that they're not looking to have any more than 2 cars every hour.
That says on the next page.
Actually, I'll just read it so we can hear it. I've been in private practice in Northampton, Mass. Since January 2013. I recently turned 7 years old and I recently had total go for all that, knee replacement. So at the house they live in, she's looking at the downstairs, used as an office. So it's located on the lower floor of 6 South Street. There'll be no changes to the home or the lawn or the driveway. She plans on seeing clients in her living room. Each client will be there for 15 to 30 minutes, spread out over a day period from 10 a.m. to 5:30, 3 days a week, Tuesday through Thursday. There'll be no work on weekends or holidays. She sees approximately 7 to 8 clients spread out the period of day. She believes there will be 1 to 2 cars in the driveway at any one time. And that's due to the appointments people would have with her.
So who looked at this already?
Pardon?
This one's a ZBA.
Why would it go to ZBA?
Well, that's what
They're not-
Kathy was questioning.
It shouldn't have gone to ZBA. It's not a...
It didn't get there yet.
No.
Okay, it doesn't need to go to ZBA
Right.
because they're not asking for a zoning variance.
Right.
It's allowed by right.
Right. Yeah, I don't see any issues with it.
No,
No.
they just,
Okay, we don't have any questions on parking spaces or anything like that.
As long as the driveway's big enough to handle 2 cars.
it's just a home office.
Yeah.
They're allowed to do that.
Right.
So that is not on the correct form, or it is that we can still use it, or is that ZBA's?
We don't even need to see it.
Right, that's just needs to have a license to operate out of the house.
Okay. It's in a residential area, so it's allowed.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to address the folks' preservation?
I was gonna make a motion to adjourn.
Or you got one more there you're going to do?
And one more.
Okay.
Little correspondence here. Looks like it's from Kaylee Quinville. Looking through, she had wrote here, I've come into town building about a month ago to talk about the process I would like to take in order to get a kennel license in Granby. We're moving forward with buying the land in Amherst Street. And it'll be about 20 acres. The reason we choose the location was to hope of getting approval from the dog care on site. We open for normal business hours, no normal weekends. I believe we can, and would say, said, my step would be go to the front of the planning board and just wanted to know what the next step would be to make this happen.
You got that?
What's that?
You got that?
What's Amherst Street, but that's all residential. It's not really a home business.
It's on Amherst Street?
That's what she says, yeah.
Okay. Veterinary establishment, place of boarding animals or raising pets for gainful purpose. Residential, special permit, planning board, site plan approval.
Which one are you looking at?
Page
Trying to see if it's under something else. Page 15. Well,
15.
it's my 15.
Veterinary establishment, is that the one you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Commercial building.
So it's allowed, but they
Yeah.
have to show us a site plan. And there's a special permit process for notifying the abutters.
Okay, so need special permit and site plan approval, and we've got all the forms for that they can follow the directions.
That is it for correspondence.
Now,
Now,
you're up.
you're up.
Thank you. Thanks for giving us a moment. We're with the Granby Preservation Society, and we were in conversation with Mr. Briggs, and he suggested that we come before you to discuss zoning usage of Kellogg Hall. And we're just here to see that it's a continuous use, that it falls within the business assembly zoning still. That designation hasn't changed, or?
It's not a retail store.
No.
No, it depends specifically what you're doing.
What are we doing with this specific, eventually, when we get enough money, and then the way to get it is, we hope to rent the first floor and use the upstairs as a continued assembly hall as it was designed for. Like,
Okay,
if someone like yourselves wanted to have a meeting, they could have a meeting up there.
so, if I may,
Yes.
there's pre-existing non-conforming, right?
Okay.
So, in my opinion, you guys are pre-existing non-conforming up until we change the zoning bylaw in what is called what are we calling that zone?
Village center.
The village center. So certain businesses are allowed.
Right.
And if you go down the chart, what's allowed, I can go through a couple, like a bed and breakfast, office buildings.
Kind of talk about an office, right?
But yeah,
So-
we were talking about renting out.
Yeah.
Church, parish, public park, playground.
So
private
that's allowed
school.
with special permit and site plan approval.
Nope.
It's allowed with special permit and site plan approval.
In some areas are. Others, it's just site plan approval.
Well, if you look
The
under,
office building, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, the office building, okay. I was just reading off a bunch of uses that are
Yeah.
allowed,
Right.
either by site plan approval and special permit, or just site plan approval.
no fast food restaurant.
No fast foods.
No, it's a definite no-no.
Just in case you were thinking about it.
Well,
Now,
we're trying to stay fairly low.
if you were, in my opinion, if you were gonna put what did you call it, a community room, or some sort of large?
It's already had a business assembly situation going on there, because the town held, you yourselves held meetings up there,
Correct.
and other town entities did too. So we're just trying to continue the use. We're not looking to change the use, just to continue the use.
And I guess, in my opinion, if it was gonna be a large group, and what the cutoff would be, I don't know, it'd be the building inspector that
Yeah,
would
that's probably what it is.
be, based on life safety codes, what's
Right.
allowed in that space, on being the type of structure, egress, fire protection, all that. So if he said, and you were looking to have, say, I'll throw just a wild number out, 50 people,
Yeah.
then we'd probably want to see a site plan to see how you're going to park 50 vehicles there.
How you parks 50 vehicles?
How you would park 50 vehicles there.
That shouldn't be a problem.
I
So that's what I
think,
mean, you need to have somebody that would understand, like you said, that, you know, what
let
it's
me
being
ask you
used
this
for.
question. So, would that be per event, or would that be,
no,
No,
you'd
you
be,
get a site plan approval once.
Once, I'm done.
so in other
so
words,
if down the line that we think that we might have that many parking, people coming, then we should now prepare a plan and present it to you?
Well, what do you plan on renting the first floor for?
Offices,
Okay, which is gonna require a special permit and site plan approval. So you
For
kind of roll,
offices?
yes, so you kind of roll it all into one.
So it'd be one-stop shopping then.
and stop shopping.
So,
So help me out, I'm a little slow.
so what you're looking to do, you have to have a plan.
So you are looking for a
We
plan?
have to have a site plan approval, because you have to say, well, maybe you can just about something, you can have 10 offices there.
Right,
Well, that would make a difference versus only have 2 offices there, as far as what you can need for parking, and what type of, businesses that you're bringing in there and things like that too. And as Jim was talking about, if you have something upstairs, obviously it's gotta be looked at as far as, from the building inspector, the safety part of it, evacuation.
yeah,
They could
that's why
say,
he sent us
yeah,
here, to
right.
make sure that this isn't
You
okay.
can say you can have up to 100 people in that area, that would be fine.
So if he were to tell us with 100 people, we have to show how we can park 100 people.
Yeah, in some way, if the building can hold that, the chances are you can have 100 people there in any given time. You'd have to show how you can hold that many cars in that parking area. Not to say everyone would show up in one car, but,
So you need something in an informal way before we can move ahead with events now?
I don't think so. You're talking about like what's coming up Saturday?
Well, you've been having events all along.
We have, and the building inspectors have been quite fine about it. We've been through 5 building inspectors before.
right, so I mean,
So everybody has their own little
He
thing.
wants his job made easier by saying, this is the way it's being used.
well, at one point, he could be just approved for a certain amount of people, then you never have to have him, you're good forever.
Right, okay. So a plan maybe just showing us projection down the future as opposed to what's...
An engineered plan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have that.
Mhm. Well, architect and engineer are two different things. Perfect.
For years. We didn't even start without.
So basically, if you get this, go online and look at this chart, it tells you that everything that you've mentioned to us is allowed. It's just certain processes some of it's just site plan approval, some of it's a special permit. So, and the special permit kind of protects the abutters. They get notified. We listen to their input to see if there's gonna be any type of, imposition on them. That's all, but it's just a process, but they are allowed.
Okay, great. Is there anything else we should be aware of?
I don't think
You
so.
know, we're strictly site plan, so
Well, right.
based on what the building code enforcement officer allows you to do on the inside,
Right.
based on what's allowed in that zone and the quantities, then you'd probably want to start there.
And we'll get when you submit the site plan, we'll get they'll be reviewed by the Board of Health and
All the entities. in town?
Conservation and all, and we'll get their sign off on it.
So kind of, if you look, like you said, looking for office space on the first floor, kind of decide what you want for office space, and what can be approved for office space in that area, in that building, and then you can go from there.
Because he'll tell us what we're supposed to look for handicap, parking,
Right,
what's going to be required based on the occupancy load, that sort of thing.
Okay. Thank you for entertaining us. Informal discussion, because it is important that we know all the steps, and everybody seems to have had a different approach. So,
There are instructions on the town's website for site plan approval forms to fill out.
on the site plan? Oh, okay.
And special permit, yeah.
Okay, great.
Any questions?
Yeah,
on
just another note. You guys are doing a nice job. That's the best that town hall's looked since I've been living in town. It really
Thank you.
Really looks
We're trying to
nice.
finish- we're trying to finish the rest.
Yeah, I know, it would help, but it still looks pretty darn nice, I
It
think.
does.
Thank you. So, It's these little things like offices that will help us.
Absolutely, yeah.
Raise the money.
Thinking in terms of the future.
We're not ready for
Nice.
offices yet.
Nice,
but still.
nice
Yeah.
job, though, really.
Yeah.
Thank you very
The
much.
front's got nice, when you drive by now, you can definitely, it has a pop to it now.
So you have some pride in the town. yeah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like it used to, as we all remember.
From a real estate perspective, people, they used to always point to that, they like the town center. and
Yeah.
Now when they go by, they go, that's really nice. building."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was,
Definitely.
so hats off.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care, folks.
Have a good night.
Careful on the wires there.
Look, he's on the move.
Are you just observing or?
No, I had written in about the kennel license, for on Amber Street.
Okay.
Kind of told us to stop in. I just wanted to know like the next step, because we're kind of just deciding whether to purchase the land, like if this will be allowed, or to not purchase it.
Are you Kaylee?
Huh?
Are you Kaylee, or?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
What is allowed?
So,
Where was it?
well, good, we don't have to respond to you. You can just, if you want, pull up a seat over there and... So we can all hear.
Okay, so you're looking to have you're not raising pets, you're,
So
A
it's
date?
more of a dog daycare, yeah, so
Dog
for during the day when people are at work, just like 10 dogs.
You kind of boarding them, just not overnight.
No, I'm not planning to do anything overnight or on the weekends.
so you're in a residential district, right, zone? It's allowed,
Okay,
but it's a special permit
okay,
by the planning board and then a site plan approval.
okay,
So basically, once you take ownership of the property, you want to proceed, go down to town hall, fill out the paperwork for the special permit.
okay,
And then there's a process that the town goes through notifying the abutters. They have to advertise it. And then, at the same time you fill out the paperwork, you'll show us a site plan
okay,
of, basically, where the dwelling is, where the dogs will be, or the animals will be cared for, where the parking's gonna be, hours of operation, square footages, setbacks off the property lines.
okay,
So, any photographs you can provide.
okay.
It's all on the town's website, under the planning board, the directions for site plan approval and
Okay.
special permit, what you need.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
You're back again. Okay, that's one last letter. Now, are you doing the Attorney General thing now, or
You can.
did you get a response?
Take a response in town council. He actually wanted to reach out, he's gonna call out to the AG's office for, I think, more of a clarification. He just thinks it's a little vague on what they wrote, so. From right now, as he looks at it, the AG's office has deleted N in the I-2 area district. So at this point, he would say it is now allowed by right, since they took it away.
Not the whole district.
No, I-2. Because the AG office has deleted N as no in the I-2 district.
Under that particular category?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always be referencing there.
Okay.
So like you said, at that point, he would believe it'd be a use allowed based on use of right. If the town wants to change that site plan if the town wants to change the site plan approval, special permits requiring religious, educational, etc. is not permitted, they have to follow the procedure of 40A, section 5 to do so. So there are steps that we could do if we wanted to change it, but like I said, he has a call into the AG's office to get a little more clarification.
So he's, okay.
He thinks they're a little vague as to what they wrote. So,
This was regarding house of worships, or houses of worship, correct?
right.
So we don't know what the next steps are yet until he gets a answer.
Right, he just kind of gave us what he believes to be right now.
Okay, can you
But
forward that to?
I can, yeah.
I'll make sure you're not in my
Junk mail.
junk mail.
I will. And that way, if he gets call back from the AG's office, you know more. I shall forward that tonight to everybody, so if you do not receive it, please let me know, okay?
Okay, and I think can we just skip to the permitting guide really quickly? Ken's not here, but I looked over what he sent, and he sent a Word document, and supposedly that Word document converted to a PDF so it could be posted online. They were two different documents. So I called that to his attention, and he's going to revise them, and the PDF, you know, those lovely little flow charts. They were blank. on the yeah.
Oh,
So he's got to fix that and that sort of thing. So it's, if everybody's okay with it, I'll just work with him on that, get those little things ironed out and post it.
I'm fine with that.
Fine.
I am as well.
Okay. Okay, so we can take that off the list. The only other thing is coming up with a continued date for the public hearing if we need it.
Should we discuss that at the public hearing?
I
Or
didn't know
do
if
you-
you
are you
wanted to take
looking
the
to-
time now to look at everybody's calendars, or if you want to do that then, doesn't matter.
Well, we can come up with a date, but we can't make a motion to continue until, to
Right.
that date, until the night of the meeting.
Right, and we're going to run into holidays and things for our next, well, let's see, September 23rd is our next meeting date, but it's also the public hearing. Are we having a meeting before or after?
We should probably see what's on the agenda, if it's
Yeah.
what we've got. if
And right
it's-
now, it's just whatever comes in,
So what time's our public hearing?
5:30
5:30.
At Council on Aging.
at Council on Aging. So we'd have to do like a 5 o'clock meeting. If we were,
You want to just meet at 5? That'll get us organized, and if we have anything,
Yeah, I think we should at least probably start at 5, that way we're organized to be ready.
for the
to
hearing,
go
and if there's
5:30.
anything quick that we've got to address.
Right. And if there's something we can't finish, we need to finish, we can always, when that hearing's done, we can always finish at that time.
okay?
With that.
And then,
Well, do you still want to look at a date?
yes.
But this is the time frame on it too.
So September. Rob, did you get any response on the Veterans Hall?
No, so I gave them the dates that you provided and Glenn provided, so, they don't have a date yet.
Okay, so we won't, we'll just have
Well,
to...
once I hear something, I'll let you know.
Okay. So, our next normally scheduled planning board after September 23rd is the 14th. That's holiday, it's Columbus Day, and the next day is the special town meeting,
15th?
the 15th. I don't know if you want to have a meeting later that week, or...
Well, we want to let it go that far?
or the week before. We can't do it on Monday, because Glenn, you've got one on the 7th
What about the 30th?
of September.
Yes.
Which is,
So if we had to continue, if we had to continue.
If we had
for that
to,
reason, we could just go that following Monday?
if we had anything.
If we had,
Oh, if we had to continue, you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
if we had to continue, we go to the 30th.
we,
Because that gives them time to post it. If we decide to continue.
There's a week,
And,
is there enough
We
time?
don't have to.
You don't have to, okay, good.
I mean, you don't have the same parameters of posting it when you,
Right.
Right, it's just continue, but it's gotta be notification still posted, right? Because
Just
it's
a-
when we meeting, like we do now. Right. It's not a, it's not a,
that's why you didn't want, that's another reason why you didn't want to do a separate hearing.
right, yeah.
Yeah. Does that work for you?
the 30th, yes.
Okay.
Good,
That works for everybody in case we need it?
guess we need it.
Okay. So our next regularly scheduled, sounds like a TV program, meeting after the 23rd would be the 14th.
That's a
No.
holiday.
Columbus Day.
Holiday.
right?
That's a holiday. 15th is the
Town
Town
meeting.
meeting.
special town meeting. We can't have any meetings then.
Why don't we just go to the 28th?
28th? Okay. And then, we're on a roll. If you look at November,
The 11th, it's Veterans Day, which is our meeting.
yeah, so,
You could,
The 18th? Or...
the when?
That doesn't work for Glenn.
For me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's,
I mean, you want to just look at maybe that,
how about the 4th?
that is like,
So week after the 28th meeting?
Yeah.
We'd be looking at an off night, but I would imagine the 12th of November would be Conservation Commission here. Since they
Correct.
typically follow us, correct?
correct. The same week that we do ours.
Yeah.
We'd have to go to like the 13th.
Did somebody just say the 28th of October for a meeting?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, that's our normal
That'd be our
schedule.
normal schedule.
I will not make that.
Okay. Bob not here. So you don't care about that. What about the November?
Let's see how everybody's schedule starts coming together.
You want to wait a little bit?
I mean, if you guys wanted to meet on the 4th or the 18th, I mean, I don't need to be here. Well,
But you're the chair.
but I'd like to be here, but I want to make sure that we're.
And it
you know,
depends
gonna
on
meet.
what we have.
Right.
So we'll wait a little bit
I don't
and-
want to go months without meeting.
If it's a,
Board meeting.
if it's a special permit, then we try to make it so everybody can be here.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's just an A&R or something like that, then as long as there's 3 people here.
I mean, I'm good with the end of the day, but I don't want to really, I don't want to push it out to the 25th of November. I want to meet the board want to meet for an entire month.
Okay, can we quickly then go through the action items so I can get them off the, I'm sure we can say they're all complete, but just to
Even the one
officially.
from, even the one from Bill Scanlon? He's on it.
You still working on it?
Oh, no, I think, yeah, he did, yeah, contacted, we didn't get an answer on that one, so maybe we'll pop that one over to
Ken?
Ken. Okay, so contact town attorney, you're complete.
Yes. Well, more information to come, because,
Ongoing.
yeah, I'm going, yes.
This was for me, create memo to Steve Nally regarding Granby DG Series escrow account, done. Bill Scanlon, contact GZA for them to send a letter to us because they want it to be on the peer review. I'll pop that over to Ken. Me, have 10 copies of the permitting guide printed in color, not there yet. We'll say ongoing with that one. Obtain pricing for advertising in the Republic Hampshire Gazette. I've basically given up on that.
Yeah.
And obtain pricing for hiring a temp for the recording. I contacted 3 different agencies and 2 of them did not return my call. I filled out the little form and everything, and another one returned the call and said, "Oh, where are you?" "Oh, no, we don't have anybody in that area." But you advertised that you had people.
So I'm
So,
wondering if we should, I don't know, maybe post something like at, Mount College, one of the local colleges that are close by.
For what?
this is for a recording secretary. I don't know if you're gonna get,
But maybe get someone who has a couple hours on a Monday night.
College kid?
Some of the college kids work. They have jobs while they're there. A lot of them work while they're in school.
Okay.
There's like up to 2-3 hours,
but they would, yeah, to avoid any messiness, they would have to have their own computer, which most of them would, but, otherwise, it's the town's computer. What's gonna happen with the computer after they're, they've gotta leave it somewhere.
well, they can always, like I said, we can always work on a town computer when they're here, with an email.
Yeah,
If somebody.
it's pretty sticky.
Right, so it's sticky when it's their own computer to have information on it, but,
Okay, ask Catherine, we'll say ongoing with that.
shoot down my idea like that.
Because, well, It's come up a few times and it's never,
Well, this is college. Moved on.
Okay, ask Catherine Rattay for PVC accounting to date, it's already done. Glenn, meet with the high school principal for a possible recording candidate.
You know, it's a new year, so maybe it's something different. I'll reach out to her.
Okay,
looking at.
and I have ongoing
Try to stick with that.
spreadsheet with PVC charges.
They have more free time.
Okay. So the next planning board meeting is Monday, September 23rd at 5 PM. And followed by the public hearing at 5:30. At the CO. Okay. Need a motion. To adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Oh, you made it? Okay.
All second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?